Paul Foyter Gallear, Porky Quevenue, the Clay Canish Alliance, Gaelic Skull, and Ishtal Clay Canish Ryan, DC Shop. Section DC9, we have the Colleague from Blarney and the Colleague from Skull, Neighbourhood and Farren. We want to introduce you to the teams, beginning with Skull, Neighbourhood and Farren. Ever here, Alex Brennan. Captain of the team is number 2, Lucy Knowles. Ever 3, Sarah Barry Murphy. Ever Car, Emily Kearns. Ever Craig, Anna Scally. Ever Shane, Orla O'Connell. Ever a shot, Amy Deneen. Ever a hug, Ava Malone. Ever a maid, Michaela Looney. Ever a Jen, Laura Harrington. Ever a Henry, Ella O'Sullivan. Ever a Noya, Lily May Healy. Ever a Tina, Isabel O'Riordan. Evercardia and Moriarty. Evercardia Jane McCarthy. Eve White is wearing number 16. O'Hanlon, number 17, that's Esme O'Hanlon. Emily Bushel, number 18. And Sarah Knowles, number 19. And the girls from Blarney, number 1 in goals is Amy O'Keefe. Number 2, Chloe Murphy. Number 3 is Tess Murphy. Number 4 is Eva Davey. Number 5, Olivia O'Callaghan. Number 6 is Eva Lynch. Number 7 is Katie Buckley. Number 8, Sophie Martin. Number 9 is Summer Healy. Number 10 is Cara Gilmartin. Number 8 is Hugh O'Callaghan. Number 12, North Downey. 13 is Nora O'Connor. 14 is Casey Rose O'Connor. 15, Lauren Hughes. Rosie O'Brien is wearing number 16. Isabel O'Connor. Brooke O'Callaghan is number 18. Zebradania Eva Barry. We will ask you to pick up your pace as soon as possible, girls.
The Canisha, Idzer, Skullbarna, August Scullibur Farren, June Camogie a shaft, Ryan a shaft, and it's 15 minutes, a half, and there's 12 aside. Now, Blarney are definitely up for this final now because they witnessed their boys play valiantly but not successfully in the previous final, and Farren will be hoping to earn the double here today. So it's going to be a very interesting final, there's no denying it at this stage. So here we have anyway the ball still hasn't moved from the middle of the field, and the girls are vying for who's going to get the ball, and coming out with it is player for Blarney, and beautiful solo run there. Look at that for talent and on display. And does it look like there's an opening score here for Blarney? And no, not yet, not forced anyway. So looking at the match, Blarney are playing from right to left and Farren are playing from left to right. Now it is very interesting matchup because of course both schools will be familiar with each other, having played already in the competition, and it's great credit to both schools. Farren, a country school, to be able to come up with both a camogie team and a hurling team as well in the one day. So the Coolbara now is pucking the ball out. Great puck out there by the Coolbara from Scoil Farren, and Blarney are still driving forward. She did very well after she missed the first time to get it to drive it forward, and that's just the match nerves there before the game settles down. But I am very excited to see what's going to be the match up here. The skill level was absolutely hard-bar in the boys, and I can imagine both camogie and both of the camogie teams here will be equally well prepared. And usually as well it's the same Moontor prepares both, so it's credit to the Moontori who are in charge of these two teams to get two teams to a final mind one. So here Iver Schacht, Katie Buckley here, Katie driving the ball forward there for Blarney, but stopped there by the player from Farren, and Iver Caher was Emily Kearns, the vice captain for Farren here today. And the ball is coming down again. There's some lovely skill level on display here for the both camogie teams, and it is really exciting to witness girls play camogie. It's Bradlam and camogie, and it's lovely to imagine these girls wearing the jerseys, possibly playing for their school as well. And the first point was scored there by Iver Shea, I think, Ava Lynch for Blarney. So Blarney, I think it's Iver Shea is in number 6 for Blarney. I think she's opened the scoring there for Blarney with a point. I'll give it to Ava in with Brono if I read the number wrong. Now that Coolbara there for Farren is doing her very best, and she's going to chase the ball. She can chase the ball, and luckily it went wide. So Alex Brennan is doing very well. Not everyone is brave enough or even valiant enough to be willing to do it for the team and to play in goals. So credit must be to Alex Brennan. Now Alex met it. That's why her Moontor picked her to be in goals with such a puck out. So well done, Alex, and great credit to Alex to keep playing as well and to not give up. That's what being a true sports athlete is, person who doesn't give up. Great block down there by Iver 3, Sarah Barry Murphy. Blocking down the ball there for Farren in the back line, and Farren's back line seem to be a lot of players in the back line there for Farren because they're put under huge pressure by the Blarney forward line. So well done to Lucy Knowles, the captain, to Sarah Barr Murphy, Emily Kearns and Anna Scally for staying tough there and firm in that really offensive attack there from Blarney. Blarney are not giving up. Blarney are still going, and here is the Blarney player coming through, and there was a goal there for Blarney. So we have goal and a point here for Blarney. Needless to come K4 and score Shin. I don't know. It's hard to see the numbers. I'm high up in the commentary box now, and it's difficult to see that far away. But regardless, Blarney are ahead now, a goal and a point. And again, it was Iver Schacht scored that. So I have a support here from Garrod, who is also a Moontor from Skeenaskull, and who's a commentator as well for Skeenaskull. So Garrod, I'm sure, will have something interesting to say for Katie Buckley's goal there. What do you think, Garrod?
Fantastic finish by her. We thought the play was after coming to an end, but she did very well to pick it up and put it top corner. Patrick Horgan would have been proud of that finish by her. So a great start here by Blarney. 1 goal and 1 point, no score, but I'm sure Farren will have a chance to get an answer and a free on the halfway line by them.
Yes, look, this free taker, she did very well to get the ball up now. Didn't go very far. Perhaps some judges, there a bit of wind that was holding the ball back. But yeah, Farren really do have to respond to this. They're nearly in 5 minutes gone in the first half now. They'll be going into the middle third of this first half. And I would think that Farren would like to eat into that lead from Blarney. Now, the play is very interesting. It seems to be end to end. It doesn't stay long on one end or the other. But I think Harry has, Garrod has a point there, like And our way to Harry Ormond, of course, from Gaelscoil na Dúchlasha, is here refereeing today, and I'm sure he's enjoying this match immensely because it seems to be a very close match-up between both teams. And Harry Ormond, of course, came with his Lions boys as well from Gaelscoil na Dúchlasha, and Míle Buíochas to his Prívida, who released him today to support us here in Skeena-Skull, and to the two young boys as well doing Lions boys here today. It is a very special occasion, Skeena-Skull final, to play in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, where the likes of Patrick Horgan and other Cork Camogie stars like Aisling Thompson, Amy Lee, just to mention a few, have played. And Farren are very proud. They would have members of their club as well who'd be involved in inter-county camogie and football. And here we have another goal here for Blarney, and that score was scored again by Katie Buckley. Iver Shot, Neil Mead Kintafos, but thank goodness I've Garrod here anyway to be my eyes. So
fantastic run for her. She ran from nearly her own end all the way in there. No one was able to stop her. Another blast into the back of the net, and quickly followed by another point here for Blarney. So a big lead after opening up early, but there's only 6 minutes gone on the clock, so Farren have plenty of time, but they need to score quickly.
They do indeed, yes, like 2 goals and 2 points. It is only 4 scores at the end of the day, but that said, those 2 goals are like adding up now to 8 points. Great puck out there by Alex Brennan. Alex Brennan needed to hit that one. Lovely catch there from midfield from that player for Farren. She's really trying to rally and rise her team, and but it seems that when very hard to see numbers though with ponytails, but it seems Eva Shea there, Ava Lynch, who got the earlier point, is really dominating midfield, and Farren might have to have someone to match Ava Lynch if they're going to get the ball right into their forward line. It looks like Farren are playing a strategy now, just having one player in the forward line, and here we have a third goal for Blarney. So Blarney definitely are trying to make up for the defeat for their boys, and it must be very exciting for Ben O'Connor to watch his sister Isabel O'Connor represent the family in the camogie as well. We have the 2 twins, and then we have Chloe and Tess Murphy as well. What a proud day for their parents and their grandparents to see the twin sisters representing their school. Now it is a lovely position for Captain Olivia O'Callaghan of Blarney to be in, to see her team really settling so comfortably into it, and of course she's leading it as well from the back line. And no doubt when this match is going to continue, we will see Farren getting a score, but as Garrod said, we really have to encourage Farren to try and eat into that lead of 3 goals and 2 points. It's a big lead. Teams have won matches on that lead, you know, and what a brave play there from the defender for Farren. She put her body in the line. No greater sacrifice can you make. I think that was for the knee.
Number 5 there in the end.
Was it number 5, Anna Scally? Now, we have a free in here. Well, we call it in hurling terms a 65. I suppose it's hardly a 65 here, but the free taker now for Blarney will be taken roughly the middle of the field. There is a slight breeze, so Garrod, with the way Blarney are playing, do you think she'll go for her own score? Will she drop it in?
She'll do her best to drop it in, but I'm sure they'll be ready on the inside. Fantastic puck in, that's all the way over. What a score!
All the way,
there.
What a fantastic score from our Kitolk here. Nadarish Kane Ivory. It's definitely one of the number of the players in midfield. It's
one of the midfielders, I think.
Midfielders, yeah. I must say my assessment of this match, Garrod, is that midfield is where the dominance is for Blarney.
So that
and
was
it's
Ava
very
Lynch
hard
there
for
again, I
Farren.
think, number 6 who got that score. So I think that's her second point of the day.
Yeah, it is her
today.
second
So
point,
a fantastic score from out the middle of the field for 65.
Yeah.
So the Farren supporters will have to get behind them here to give them a bit of tacky to get another score. They're badly in need of one to get back into this game.
It is indeed. Now here we have is that Michaela Looney, Farren May.
And if she looks inside here now, there's a player free.
This
has a chance
is
of
what
a goal
Farren
here.
has. Farren has she's a player inside. Would she go for her own score? Now, interesting. She went for her own score. Was that Emily Kearns, the vice captain for Farren? I wonder who got that point.
So probably the sensible option in the end. They had to get on the scoreboard, and that's what they did. So now they've started.
Do you think though Emily could have laid it off to her inside forward as well, Garrod? There was a player on her own.
She put the head down and she drove forward. I think she had score in her mind. She'd make sure of it. But if you did look up, there was another player free inside. But I'm sure they'll have more chances now again.
Which they still have 5 minutes to go to half time anyway, so I expect that Farren are going to try and add to that score. Now we've seen the potential of Farren and how dangerous Farren can be. It obviously shows that at the moment we have midfield for Blarney dominant, and if the Farren midfielders of maybe Orla O'Connell and Amy Deneen could get on top of this game, and with Eva Malone as well, that middle third of the field that perhaps Farren might get more scores out of. What would you think, Harold?
Very true, and we have to take in the wind into account here as well. Blarney have a strong wind behind them in this half, and that's evident with some of the free taking that went over the bar there. So Farren, if they can get a couple of scores for half time, they'll have the winds at their back in the second half, and we could have a big game yet here before it finishes.
Exactly. Amy O'Keefe now got the ball as far as midfield, but was met by the Farren midfielder there, and almost catchy there was Emma Kearns, the vice captain. Blarney are after winning it back again, so we have Eva Lynch with the ball. Eva going in a solo run, Eva the Clitog, and Eva's hitting it, and fantastic block there by Alex Brennan. Alex, that was a very crucial block there by Alex. Looked like it was going to drop right under the crossbar there, only for Alex. So Alex's trainer would be very, very happy that Alex managed to get a hurley to that and just continue to contain that forward line, that scoring machine that really is Blarney and Girls Camogie school here today. But that said, we have another free here, and I think it's Eva Lynch taking again what we call the equivalent of a 65, the middle of the field. I think Eva will try and go for a score when she has the wind behind her, and we'll watch Eva. Eva's dropped it, let it drop in, and a score there, very well deflected. I don't know if it was a forward or a defender for Farren, but either way, anyway, the scoreline is going up again for Blarney. So they're at 3 goals and 4 points. 3 cool agus Kerry Coolín a bháin éanach ó Scoilin where Farren. But that said, that point has given Farren the ability to show Blarney that this team should not be underestimated here today. And again, as we're seeing with as in this opening half, it looks like Blarney are dominant midfield, but Farren are trying to break that deadlock that is the midfield dominance done by Blarney, and they're driving forward here today, and trying to get forward was the player for Blarney on Farren, but unfortunately she's injured, and Harry Ormond from Great Scotland is just going to give her time to recover. Now, all I can say is that there's no denying, Garrod, that these two teams earned their place in the final, but it looks very one-sided at the moment. Would you have any recommendations for Farren if they were to break the deadlock that is this midfield dominance by Blarney?
So definitely it's just a great achievement just to reach the final and to get your school to Páirc Uí Chaoimh, and what a fantastic occasion it is for these young girls to be lined out here representing their school on such a fantastic day. Not everyone gets that opportunity, so a fair big bowl of us be going to those two teams no matter what the result is at the end of the day. If Farren need to get to Slither up to the other half of the field, they're finding it difficult to get out. We had mentioned the wind, but in midfield we're seeing Eva Lynch for Blarney being fairly dominant, so they'll have to come up with a plan to try and halt her influence on the game. And if they can keep her to a few scores, as they're on the attack here now again, and Slither's gone on the inside, the keeper will come out, she'll wait. And that's great keeping there in the end by Amy O'Keefe. She came out bravely there.
She's come in to take over the goalkeeping duties here for Blarney, and she's done very, very well there. To be fair to Amy has been doing such excellent work there in keeping the goal mouth safe as well. But she's getting great support from the two twin sisters, Chloe Murphy and Tess Murphy, as well as Aoife Daly and Olivia O'Callaghan. Now, that said, have Farren been as dominant as Blarney? There's no denying that the defence have had an easier time, but that said, hear how easily they're collecting the ball and driving it out. They're not giving Farren a chance to settle in the forward line. The only score that came from Farren is when Farren got inside and ran through. But that's great play there by Katie Buckley. Katie Buckley seeing the ball out, but only as far as the waiting player for Farren. That was Eva Malone. Great play there by Eva Malone, but the ball was fielded beautifully by the defender there for Blarney, and I'm smiling. Does she have super glue holding the ball on her hurley? She has solo from one end to pitch the other. Would be fishing if she could get a score, and it is fishing. I think she deserves it that way. That is an example of what it's like to lead a team, and a fantastic score. She beat not one, not two, I'd say 4 or 5 players. What do you make of that score, Garrod?
I don't know how there must have been glue on that Slither to that hurley, because there wasn't coming off no matter what or who came across her.
It wasn't. Eva did get a beautiful score. That's one for the memory books, alright, definitely, for the annals.
The quality of the finish in the end, never mind the run, but to put a top corner at the end. What a score.
Yes, and there's credit due to Alex Brennan. Alex is trying so hard. Here is Alex coming out again, but clever Alex, she elected to let the ball go yes, agus for heel. So Alex is collecting the ball again. Alex is determined to try and support her team and help them get a score before half time. So Alex is there, she set herself up. Great puck out there by Alex against the wind. Well done to Alex. Coming to two of our own players, they just failed to control it. And coming again is that Ava Lynch. Ava though was blocked there by a number of players for Farren. Farren doing their very best. They're pulling players back right into point there for
point for Blarney.
Is that for Ava? I think it's either Ava Lynch or Katie Buckley. But Farren are trying to curb the dominance and the influence of Blarney. Their Moontor has elected to pull all his forwards back towards midfield to just try and contain the ball midfield, and then, as I think was the strategy when they got their score, to run them in then and get in behind them. What do you think of that strategy, Garrod?
Yeah, I think he's trying to keep the score down before half time. With the factor of the wind, they're bringing players back. We have 15:46 gone on the clock now, so we're approaching half time here now shortly. If Farren can get one more score before half time, we're doing the world of good, and that bit of a boost of confidence coming into the second half.
Exactly, but here we have Blarney coming forward again, but the determination and the resilience of this Farren team. You wouldn't realise there was such a difference in the scoreline between both teams, the way Farren are playing. These girls have heart and they have pride, and they're wearing the school jerseys, so there's no denying that these girls are definitely up for the final here today. The scoreline isn't reflecting the spirit that's in this Farren team at all here today. That said, Blarney are a team. Blarney is a team of stars, and that's Ava Lynch getting
Ava Lynch will never score then again.
And I think, if I'm correct, Ava has scored a goal and 3 points, if not more. But that's credit due to Ava, the skill and the talent. And Blarney is a community like that. He's very supportive of the GAA, and there's no denying that the girls are a product of the coaching and training that goes on behind the scenes. So our Raitor Harry Ormond of Gaelscoil na Dúchlasha has blown the whistle for half time, and our half time score is Blarney on a scoreline of Kerrakula Sheikh and Farren with that very important point that's obviously going to kickstart them into the second half. It has been a half that's been quite one-sided, but that said, without looking at the scoreline, you wouldn't realise there was such a distance between them. And hopefully something will happen for Farren in the second half, because I do believe they have a lot of potential. Would you agree, Garrod?
Definitely, yeah. An early score or two now, as you said, the scoreline doesn't really reflect what we're looking at here. Some brilliant individual scores by Blarney, and Farren have been unlucky. They gone up the field a few times, and nearly a small goal opportunity to get that one more score and to get on top. We might see an exciting second half here. So hopefully, I know their Moontori Bonastori will have a good word with them. They'll come up with their new plan for the second half, and they'll go out and they'll do their very best again.
There's Margaret Garrod. Now, so Garrod and myself are eagerly anticipating the start of the second half, because both of us in discussion Anna believe that there is great potential in Farren, and that we expect the opening 5 minutes of the second half will be Farren really putting it up to Blarney Girls School. Blarney, of course, do have that cushion of 4 goals and 5 points, which is a huge scoreline. But we have seen schools come back from a lead like that and have, if not won, have come very close to. So we think Farren are up for it. And look here it is, look at the way the play here by Farren. Look at that, for some drive there by the player for Farren. And our Raitor, Harry Ormond, when he saw that there was no advantage there for Farren, Scoil a Farren player there, decided to call it back. So as I said, we were expecting a lively start from Farren. That lively start has coming back to take, who obviously be one of the stars for Farren, is Ivera Cackard, Emily Kearns, the vice captain here. Emily is who got the opening score for Farren, and Emily is obviously going to be trying to drive it forward. She's coming back in a great shot there by Emily Kearns, and Emily sent it only into the waiting hand. Is it of Ava Lynch for Blarney? And Ava needs not one, she needs 2, 3 players to mark her, but Ava unselfishly leaves it off to her teammate, and doing a little dance and a jig there is the player for Blarney. Blarney have done 3 excellent passes there, and close passes there in order to retain possession. But coming out strongly is the defence for Farren. Great credit due to Lucy Knowles, the captain, sister to Sarah Knowles. So lovely to see two sisters representing the school here today. And Alex Brennan cleverly elected to let the ball go to the right and wide. Well done, Alex, and she's going to just take time now to get herself ready for the puck out. Ayla O'Sullivan, I think, is injured there. Ayla's on the ground. I think it's Iver Hain.
I think it's Iver Huckdiag who's down. Is that Emily?
Emily Bushell is on the ground. And Garodi, I thought that was a nice start there by Farren. Would you be optimistic for Farren in the second
so already
half?
we've seen a bit of extra fight from them. Ava Lynch from Blarney was on the attack there again, and she kind of got a few easy scores, but this time she was stopped by a strong defence there. That was Lucy and Sarah Barry at the back. So a good start, a good confidence booster for them at the end. Emily here down hurt. I hope she's okay and she's able to continue on. And for Farren to get to slit her up, but a good start for them. Hopefully they'll continue on for the second half.
They will go out, and of course Farren do have the wind, as you noted. There's a bit of a breeze there today now, and Farren do have that wind, which will help Alex Brennan's puck outs and any frees they're going as well. And the Bannister who led the hurling team to success is there looking after his camogie players as well, and it's a great move toward. It looks like he's on his own there, and he's doing a great job preparing two teams for a Skeena Skull final. It's such an honour for a school to get one team to a final, no mind two teams. And our O'Connell there was trying to drive the ball forward, and regardless of the outcome here, Farren and Blarney would be very proud of the Bannister who train and coach unselfishly, oftentimes after school hours, to prepare schools here today. And of course there are great clubs supporting these schools as well in the background between Aero and Blarney. But it looks like Farren are settling nicely here, and our Rator, Garrod, Harry Ormond rather, Garrod is doing an excellent job here today now, and he's ensuring that there is great flow in this game. He's allowing the game to progress as fluently as possible and as fluidly as possible, but he's also ensuring that all the girls are looked after and protected.
Puck in there by Emily, good one in, dangerous one in. There's a few Farren players lurking around. They're hoping to get a score out of this one. They'll put a bit of pressure on the Blarney defenders, but I think that could be Ava Lynch again, is it, coming out with the fitter and going on one of these runs that we saw so many of in the first half that produced a score.
Exactly.
So she's hard to stop when she gets going.
It is indeed, and yes, it looks like Ava came out again. She elected to drop the ball in there now into the forward line, but Farren definitely seemed to be battening down the hatches in their defence. They must have made some switches or changes in the second half, because it's not as easy for Blarney to get their scores now in the second half, we've noticed. And also as well, Farren of course I suppose are eager to try and eat into that lead as well, and they know they're capable of it. They know they can do better, and with the wind that gives them the added confidence to push forward as well. Now there is stalemate down there. It's a dangerous time for Farren, but collecting the ball there was Emily Kearns, the vice captain. Emily's sent a high lofting ball down with the help of the wind, and the forward for Farren has taken ground. I hope she's not injured, and our Rator Harry Ormond is just checking to see is the Farren player getting up. She took a hefty challenge there, but a fair challenge all the same. And here we have another solo run, another majestic solo run from Blarney, and the ball is going in and it's hopping in front of the square there, but Farren are up to it. The Farren defence there of Lucy Knowles, Sarah Barr Murphy, Emily Kearns and Anna Scally. Oh, but there's a score coming. You didn't expect that coming, Garrod, did you?
No, I thought that the Farren defence after getting on top there, and they turned over the possession, but in a blink of an eye Blarney got it back, and we're not sure, but it's one of the midfielders again for Blarney that got that goal, and it's a quick turn and hit the back of the roof of the net. So another fantastic finish there by Blarney, who gives a score now of 5-6 to 1 point. So that was the first score of the second half, and what a score it was.
It was a really beautiful score, and it went again, it rattled the net when it went in. Such was the ferocity of the strike and the power behind it. But now the Bannister for Farren has elected to bring in an Unity on him. Roisin's just taken a knock and she's injured, so I hope that she'll recover quickly. And so Cogordicus to the sub who's come on for Farren, to getting a taste of the action here in the beautiful grounds that are Páirc Uí Chaoimh. The pitch is in an absolutely majestic condition here today for this final, and Míle Buíochas to the grounds people and to the county board for allowing Skeena Skull use the pitch here today. Míle Buíochas. And here we have Blarney coming forward again. Blarney getting up Yesh Agus Foureen, and Blarney seem to be very comfortable now their shots. They can afford a few errors at this stage. And Alex Brennan with the unhappy job of going out again to try and drive the ball forward against that amazing forward line that Blarney girls have sent here today. But it was grand. She had got the support of Sarah Barry Murphy, and Sarah Barry Murphy did very well to get him. She was blocked down there, and the ball is moved forward again. It's driven forward by a player for Farren, and it's gone as far as midfield. Farren are really settling into this. They're not letting the Blarney players get much time on the ball in order to get a shot in. So that's great strategy by Farren. Hopefully if they hold up the play, they will slow down the play enough for them to get another score at the other end. And here we have Blarney getting another goal. It looks like the clash of either Ava Lynch or Casey Buckley.
Now, that could have been Ava again. Look at that one.
Farren is sending in another sub here today. Farren definitely trying to shake it up, and in order to make change that hopefully will encourage greater ball into the forward line for Farren. I do feel this Farren forward line is very dangerous, as they showed in the first half. They just need to get more ball in there to give them the opportunity to get those scores they so desperately needed. Well, what a block down there by Alex Brennan. She has been absolutely a Goliath there between the posts there for Farren, because Blarney would have more scores if it wasn't for Alex, would they not, Garrod?
Definitely, they'd be up near the 10 goal mark if it wasn't for Alex. She's had a fantastic game, and she's probably been unlucky that the shooting from Blarney has been exceptional, and nearly all the shots that were in there were going top corner, nearly unsavable. So she's had a fantastic game, and she keep her head held high after the game.
Indeed. And here is Alex blocking down yet another ball there against Farren. Against Blarney. How do the Farren backs keep their concentration? They've done so well. A lot of the scores that were scored by Blarney were scores, as Garrod said, that were unstoppable. And here is Farren driving out again. I think that was Anna Scally. They're not letting their heads drop. They have got such pride and such integrity, and it's great credit due to them. Now it does look with a scoreline of 6 goals and 6 points for Blarney against that solitary point for Farren with 7 minutes left. We might have a bit of injury time as well. It looks very unlikely that Farren will be able to ease into that lead. But that said, as I said already, if you didn't look at the scoreline, you would not realise there was such a difference between them, because both teams seem to be quite evenly matched. Would you see any quality there now in between both teams looking forward for the future of Cork Camogie, Garrod?
Oh, definitely a few stars here who will be playing Cork Camogie in a few years. As you said, there's a dangerous forward line for Farren. Unfortunately, they haven't got the chances today to showcase, as Blarney have kind of dominated around the middle. And of course, we have to give a special mention to Ava Lynch, who had an exceptional game today. I've lost count of what she scored now at this stage, but some of those solo runs she was doing, I wouldn't have seen it from any player at Skeenish level. So credit to her, Bonnish Dory and her teachers, who have trained very hard this year, and they've definitely been practicing their shooting up in Blarney anyway, with the quality finishing they've had this year.
There's no denying that the O'Callaghan family, with 2 daughters, Olivia O'Callaghan the captain and Brooke O'Callaghan, will be looking forward to the final whistle to see Olivia and Brooke together collecting their Skeena Skull winners medal. But that said, you can see here now that Blarney are still driving. They're hungry for more scores. Maybe the success of the Farren Boys School has motivated them to make sure there are no mistakes here that will allow Farren back into this match. But that said, there is a lot to be asked of Farren if they are going to ease into that lead. Now the excitement here is every time Blarney have the ball, you imagine something's going to happen. But Alex Brennan has defied them a couple of times here, and I wonder would she and her defence do it again. Look at that for a defence, that stalwart defence from Farren, that defence that hasn't dropped their heads, that have kept going. Maybe that's why Farren are in the Skeena Skull final, and with clearances like that you'd understand why Farren are a threat in this final. And now we have the full back here for Blarney. There's actually no player in the Blarney half the field. The full back is playing as a midfielder, because Blarney are still driving forward, still pushing forward against this Farren team that have managed to contain Blarney to 6 goals and 6 points. Blarney have had as many opportunities as they have scores on the scoreboard here, and it's credit to Farren that they have contained it to this scoreline. Now Alex Brennan, the valiant Alex, the brave Alex, the Alex that has led the team with Captain Lucy Knowles and the vice captain Emily Kearns. to continue to battle on in the Skeena Skull final. Is there after pucking the ball out again. The collective here is Kitog here for Blarney, and Alex has come out, and Alex cleverly elected to send the ball over the end line with a 65 coming up now, or they couldn't to the 65. Gerard, do you think that Blarney will take the point even with against the wind? Will they elect to drop it in and get another score, do you think?
So well done to Alex there again, coming up bravely. There was another goal opportunity there for Blarney, but she came out and got a good hit to the sitter to put it out for a 65. And here we have Ava Lynch now preparing to take 65. She scored one in the first half, she missed one in the first half, and this one looks good as it's travelling in towards the goal, and it's gone just to the left and wide. A great puck in there by her into the strong wind, and just shortly went to the left and wide. So Alex here now again to Stitter, and she's pucking out here with about 3 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah. Well, I think we can forgive Ava that one error. The wind, of course, might have pulled it to the left and right, and I'm sure Farren are very grateful. And Alex Brennan now is watching the ball go to the end line. Alex is off to stay in her goal mouth now, and the forward for Blarney is coming forward. There's great credit to Murren Downey, Siún O'Callaghan, Cara Gilmartin, the vice captain, and Summer Healy. They have really put a lot of pressure on this defence for Farren. This defence that has continued to try and stay as strong as possible, and it's the constant onslaught of the ball that has been driven in from the midfield duo of Ava Lynch, I imagine, and Katie Buckley. And great credit to Sophie Martin as well for Blarney, who's just ensured that very little has gone past midfield. And here we have yet another score now for Blarney to bring it to a scoreline of 6 goals and 7 points. Some Skeena Skull finals, we've had 2 or 3 finals and they wouldn't reach 6 goals and 6 points together in total. Such is the scoring prowess of these young ladies from Blarney. But that said, there's no denying that I'm sure players such as Lena Healy, Aileen O'Sullivan, Laura Harrington and Michaela Looney for Farren would dearly have loved to have had more ball in the forward line to give them the opportunity to get scores for their school. And here we have now Farren pushing forward again. Maybe one of those players will manage to get a score now that increased the tally for Farren. And those forwards are still working very hard, as well as the subs for Farren, to try and make a difference. And they're holding the ball down here. Farren definitely are putting it up to Blarney. This is the Farren we were looking to see. This is the Farren we expected to be here today. And here they are showing it in the dying minutes of this match. This is the Farren girls that have kept their heads high and kept the fire in their bellies, as they say, and are playing with such pride and such vigour. This is the Farren that have heart determination, that are representing their school, that are not going to say die today. This is the Farren that have turned up with the Skeena Skull final and have met an incredible Blarney girls, but have not given up. And yet here we have Blarney pushing forward again, the effortless run of Ava, and a great block there by Alex. You see, this is Alex Brennan. Alex has managed to keep the hope alive there for Farren, but thankfully, says Alex, the ball has gone over the end line and gone wide. Now we have about a minute left now, Garrod. We know what the outcome is going to be, but what would be your assessment of this match here today? This very enjoyable girls from
Two fantastic teams that we mentioned earlier. The score ended that reflects what we saw in front of us. And to be fair to the Blarney defence, even though they've had a quiet day back there, when Farren had gone in the attack, those defenders have been ready. Those girls have been strong at the back as well. So even though they've had a quiet game at the back, they've still, every time the ball has come in, they've been ready. They've been pouncing in every sitter that was there. Another fantastic save there by Alex Brennan as the sitter went in. Another great solo run by, I think it was Katie Buckley in the middle of the field. But Alex, not for the first time today, came out bravely and saved it.
And to be fair, Ava Malone and Amy Deneen for Farren have done their very best at midfield, but there have been really no match for the likes of Ava Lynch, Katie Buckley and Sophie Martin. But it's credit due to those girls. They have valiantly kept playing, because they have managed to give Farren a little hope at time by driving the ball forward in towards the forward line. Now it looks like here we have one of the final plays of the day, and I'd say we'll be going for a point here. And will Blarney have their final score here? And great score there by Katie Buckley. I think it was Katie on freeze. And now our scoreline has changed yet again for Blarney, 6 goals and 8 points. And Farren still have that all-important single point it is important. They did open the scoreline for themselves. They could not be judged for having not added to it, but it has been a fantastic match. And again, Farren still fighting in the dying seconds of this match, but Blarney showing how they are going to be the Skeena Skull final champions today, judging by the way they have played. And Alex Brennan, there is Alex sending the ball right out into the wing there, hoping that one of our players will chase it and drive the ball forward again. And great play there done by the Unadi from Farren, play exceptionally well. Now, and on a final scoreline, we have a point for Farren, who made this a very enjoyable, very interesting final today, despite being outplayed by an exceptional Blarney team on that single point. And then the victorious Blarney team got 6 goals and 8 points. These girls watched their boys' team being beaten, and they had to come out on watching that, and they played their hearts out and got an incredible scoreline of 6 goals and 8 points. Every single girl, from Amy O'Keefe in goals down to Aoife Barry, have been a great Blarney squad today and have brought success for their school.
A hugely enjoyable game for us to watch today. We see the Blarney girls here absolutely delighted down there after winning the Skeena Skull, and they can be very proud of themselves bringing the cup back to their school. Farren wasn't their day today, and they will be disappointed, but they can keep their heads held up high. Each one of them out in that pitch today gave it 100%, and they can be very happy with their efforts today.
Exactly, and I'm sure the valiant Farren team will be going off with the chant Chucky Girl Law, but Nietzsche knows. And anyway, on a final scoreline of Blarney successful at 6 goals and 8 points to Farren's single point. This is what Skeena Skull is all about, to see those two teams congratulating and acknowledging each other at the end of the match. Camogie is the winner today, and it's all thanks to the Skeena Skull competition. So, Hogardicus to Blarney, and commiserations to Farren, and I have to say, Camogie was the winner here today, no denying it. Slán at Skinners.
Another photo. One, two, three, lift it.